Hi there, it's Tiffany of Clarity, Confidence, Courage, Women's Empowerment. Welcome or welcome back. To get us started, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever met a person who, no matter what was happening around them, no matter how bad a situation seemed, they were just completely calm? And I'm not talking about like a fake calm, like, people that are calm before the storm and then they blow up, but genuinely unbothered. That's what I'm going to be talking about today, is how to truly master the art of being unbothered and embrace detachment. And I'm going to be giving you some examples of what that actually means. Whether it's dealing with negative energy, toxic relationships, or challenging personalities and unstable environments, understanding the art of detachment and being unbothered is truly key. Now, before we jump in, as always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so other women just like you can learn how to live on purpose with joy, confidence, and courage. Now, let's discuss what it truly means to be unbothered. A person who is truly unbothered is someone that doesn't let the ills of the world or society or anybody get to them. They don't allow people or situations or anything to dictate or control their emotions or their behavior. They understand how to remain calm, even through chaotic situations, and they've mastered a level of detachment. It's almost like no matter how bad a situation gets or what is happening around them, they always just seem to have a level of clarity, peace, calmness, and focus. People who are truly unbothered and detached have decided. They've decided on the level of caring that they're going to give to a situation. And after that level has been met, they've decided that they are not going to care. So I want to give you an example. Let's say you're in the desert. And there's all these people and it's 100 degrees and people are hot, it's sweaty, they're drinking water. The unbothered person is hot, but they're not going to complain. Because internally for them, it's only about 80 degrees. And the reason is they've decided it's hot, but it's not that hot. I'm kind of sweaty, but I'm not that sweaty. And there's no need for me to complain because I'm unbothered. I expect it to a certain level. It's going to be hot. We're in the middle of the desert. So I'm not that hot. They know how to turn the dial up and turn the dial down on their behavior and their expectations. Everybody else is freaking out. But they're like, I'm good. Detachment and being unbothered is not about being indifferent or cold, but rather about freeing yourself from the emotional grip of external circumstances or people. It's about finding inner peace and strength that isn't dependent on external factors. Remember, we create a space within ourselves where we can observe without reacting. First and foremost, you have to decide to have selective attention. Remember, what you focus on and give your attention to is what grows and gets bigger. So this means that you have to decide what and who you're going to focus on and give energy to, and what and who you're not going to focus on and not give your energy to. For example, let's say you have a goal that you're going to build a business on. On certain days, you're going to work on your business, and certain days you're going to do other things. On the days that you're working on your business and that's your focus, you're going to say no to everything else that is not your business. If your friends are trying to get you to go out, nope, I'm busy. If your family's calling you with drama, nope, I can't take that phone call, I'm busy. Because you've made a decision to be selective about what it is you're focusing on. So that's the first step to really understanding how to master the art of being unbothered and detached. It really comes back to you making a decision on what you're going to be focused on. Number two, you have to practice self-confidence and self-acceptance, because when you're at a level of self-confidence and self-acceptance and you know your worth, you know your value, you don't care what other people think. So if you're dressed up and you're going out and you look great and you feel great, if somebody says, you know what, I hate that dress, it doesn't look great on you, that's not going to bother you. If anything, you should be saying, oh, thank you. Because they just took time to give energy to how you look. Who cares if it was negative? At the end of the day, if they said nothing to you, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So you have to make a decision to feel good about yourself no matter what anybody says. Funny story, growing up, my grandmother, who was from the South, she used to say things like, people would say something weird or off cuff, and she would say, "Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart." And if you've ever lived in the southern part of the United States, which I do now, you'll notice that's just kind of how they say, okay, you can go straight to, without actually saying it, right? That's their way of saying, "Oh, that's so cute of you to think that you actually have power over me, but you don't. So bless your heart. Have a nice day." It's the same concept. When people say nasty things or what they perceive as nasty, you just say, "Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment." And it's going to confuse them because they're going to be like, "I was trying to get a reaction out of you. What do you mean a compliment?" Like they're going to be confused. And that's where you want them to be, because you want them to understand that you can't shake me. Thank you for thank you for using your time and energy to clearly be thinking about me. All the things you could be thinking about, all the other people here, but you're thinking about me. So I must get to you, Thank you for the compliment. Oh, thank you for the compliment for my dress. You have to see it from that perspective. And it might sound a little petty, but at the end of the day, you are the operant power of you. You can't control them and you can't control their behavior, but you know that they may not be in a good space. Don't take it personally. Just say, "Oh, thank you for the compliment." Be classy, keep your head high, and move on. The reason for this is because if you have truly practiced a deep level of self-awareness, then you already feel good. You're grateful for your body. You're grateful for your mind. You're grateful for your soul. You treat yourself with kindness and compassion. So you fill yourself up. So if other people don't give that to you, it's almost like it just bounces off you and bounces back to them. Because people that say negative things to you in a very demeaning way, it's really how they feel about themselves. And really, that's their issue, not yours. Number 3, you have to have unshakable boundaries and protect your energy. This means saying no to anything that drains you or is not in alignment with your values. You want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself by people, places, and situations that really respect your boundaries and aren't putting you in a circumstance where you're starting to get bothered, you're starting to get unhappy. You have to be willing to say, "Nope, I'm in control," because I've set boundaries and I've set parameters around people, places, situations that are going to take up my time and my energy. So yes, having unshakable boundaries will contribute to you being unbothered. Because again, you've already made a decision on what you will and will not allow in your life. Next, you want to practice shifting your perspective. Instead of dwelling on what you can't control, focus on what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, your behavior. Choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth and remind yourself that you have the power to create positive change in your life. And by doing this, you can navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and greater resilience. At the end of the day, you're still in charge. I can remember when I got laid off my job years ago, my corporate career, and everybody thought I was weird because I was like, okay, I was unbothered. Not because I didn't like my job, but I saw that as an opportunity to start my own fitness business, which I had been working on anyway. So when I got laid off, I was like, okay, this is just telling me that it's time for me to go into my business full time. And I did. So sometimes you just have to shift your perspective. And instead of seeing a situation as a negativity that it's happening to you, think of, maybe this is happening for me. And then ask yourself the question, how can I shift my perspective to see how this is happening for me? I'm telling you, when you change your mindset, you will become unbothered. Lastly, release expectations. Instead of clinging to a specific outcome, trust in the universe and embrace the flow of life. When you try to control every single aspect of your life, you will never be happy. Be willing to set your expectations. And yes, sometimes that means setting the bar low, especially when it comes to people that you can't control, or a job that you can't control, or circumstances that you can't control. You have to be accepting of the fact that they may not meet a certain level of your expectations, But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Perfectionism can get in the way of your greatness if you don't allow yourself to just go with the flow sometimes. So yes, be willing to release and let go and adjust your expectations sometimes. Nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes and has issues. But when you're able to adjust your expectations and release your neediness to the outcome to be a certain way, you can be completely unbothered. So those are my tips today on how you can be completely unbothered and detached. And remember, stay focused, stay calm, love yourself, understand your own worth and value, set your boundaries, and nobody and nothing can shake you because you become unbothered. I hope you liked the video. As always, be sure to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.